Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. It is Tuesday. It's been a while since we've been here. We're happy to be back with you.
Oh my gosh, how many times sound off?
I had to sound down. Apparently, I left my earbud up in the office. So I have an earbud that controls all that, and I left it.
What are you, like Janet Jackson Control album? Like you have an earbud? Like reach out and touch somebody?
No, it's like I'm trying to get used to what hearing aids will be like, baby, if you must know. If you must know, it's a precursor to old man hearing aids.
Oh, please pray that I get Beltone as a sponsor. That would be hysterical. Wouldn't that be so fun? Oh,
Make a
reach
phone
out,
call.
baby.
All right, so before we get into all the shenanigans that we have today, and we have lots of shenanigans, but we also are going to honor our fallen heroes. But we're gonna do some ad reads first before we get into that. Davey and I are both dressed like G.I. Joe today.
Like it.
Amanda got the memo. Show them what you're wearing today, Amanda.
Salmon.
That's it. All right.
Nobody gave me the memo.
No one gave me. It's Monday after Memorial Day.
Uh-huh.
We talked about this in January. You don't remember?
No.
It was in the only staff meeting we've never had.
Exactly.
It's a text feed.
Exactly.
A to Z, they've been serving St. Augustine and St. Johns County for over 20 years. A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing offers painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties up to 25 years. And A to Z offers shingle roofs with warranties up to 50 years. A to Z also installs tile roofing, cedar shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof coverings. You can go to their website, A2Zroofingandwaterproofing.com, or call Chuck McCone, 904-669-8037. They do all kinds of roofing projects. They're great folks, and they will take care of you.
Absolutely, they will. Solar Stick, they were established in 2006. They are a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing and constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
And let's step into the world of support and healing with Epic Behavioral Healthcare. For over 50 years, Epic has been the beacon of hope for our community, providing compassionate care for those touched by substance or mental health disorders. Whether you're a kid, teen, adult, couple, or family, Epic is here to lend a helping hand. With a range of programs tailored to meet diverse needs, Epic offers accessible solutions for everyone. From walk-in access center to their mobile response team, from inpatient detoxification to outpatient counseling, Epic provides comprehensive care every step of the way. We love them. They are community leaders here. Check out everything they have to offer. I'll put link in comments. Epic Behavioral Healthcare.
Absolutely.
All right, and Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine, their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a new or used car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard has been serving St. Augustine as a Ford dealer since 1949, and Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked the #1 automotive dealer in the nation by Dealer Rater. They also won back-to-back President's Awards. So that means they're great people, they give great service, and they got awards for it, which is awesome. Go out and check them out at the site. You can also go by Ford's Garage and get that hamburger that I think is called the Jiffy Burger.
I love that you called it a hamburger.
Is it a hamburger?
You go get that burger called the 904 Jiffy Burger. Yeah,
Jiffy
baby.
Burger, that's it. Whatever that thing is called. Or you can check them out online at bozardford.com. They're great people. Go see Bo and Letty and all of their staff. Let them help you find that new or used car. They will do a wonderful job getting that done for you.
Mm-hmm.
We see Letty on Thursday for the afternoon show, the show that you can't watch because you're working.
I'm working. Today I was double dutying work.
Oh, wow. What is this all about?
Well, I had work that had to be done, so I was doing that. But I also had work for this show that I had neglected to do over the long weekend and woke up this morning realizing that I had not watched this stupid show called The Women.
Oh, my goodness. You had to spend hours then to figure this out.
I had it on my iPad watching it.
Yeah.
And then it stalled out on me, and I had to restart it because that's what Tubi does from time to time.
Oh, geez.
And then I restarted it, got back to where I was, and then after about 30 minutes, the screen went blank.
$3 on Apple Plus.
Blank.
No big deal.
Went blank. So now I'm listening to a radio show called The Women. It's not a movie, it's a radio show. I didn't bother to learn the names of any of the women.
I can't with you
so
right
now they're just talking, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out who's married to whom, who divorced him, and what the heck is going on.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then it got worse.
Oh.
And I'll wait
my
until we get
word.
to the movie section to tell you why it was worse.
All right, well.
Oh my word.
But
trying
it was
to hear.
worse. It was worse.
Calm
All right,
down.
according to Jackie Hurd, today is the day after Memorial Day, which is why Davey and I are all dressed in green.
Yes.
Because we are so grateful for those that made the ultimate sacrifice so we have the right to free speech,
Yes.
the right to assembly, the right to worship, all of these great things.
And the
My
right-
father, the great Sergeant Major David Matthew Hartzell, the third. I'm the fourth, but yes, the third. Amazing human being.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So-
and the right to make fun of high art, like what we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, here we go. Yes, you added this shirt to be spicy tonight.
I
So
did.
here we go.
We're going to see if it's high art or not when we're done with it. There's going to be high sarcasm, I can tell you that.
Oh, we got a lot to
Sure.
say.
We got a lot to say. It was a phenomenal weekend, and again, it's only made possible because we were honoring the sacrifice of so many people who did not come back home. A few politicians who I am not going to name made the mistake of thinking it was Veterans Day. It's not Veterans Day. It's Memorial Day.
Very different.
It's a very different,
different
right? I
day.
understand you were trying to do the right thing, but you should understand what the difference is between the
Had
two.
to say it. Just had to get it in there.
I didn't name any names, and I got to tell you, I think people on both sides of the aisle make the mistake.
Of course.
Because they don't pay attention to what we're
Yeah, you're right.
to them. It's just another 3-day holiday.
Yes.
It's they don't, and this has been my beef about all these bank holidays and government holidays.
Wait, hold on.
People used to go.
Those are my only days off.
Well, Davey,
Oh, man.
tighten up, buddy, because some people don't get to go to any more.
That's true.
Yes.
Bangladesh, they have no holidays. They just work. That's fine. I'm
Barbara
ready.
Jean is calling me a liar.
Oh.
What did I do?
You had to think up an excuse why you couldn't watch a movie you wanted to see in the first place.
I didn't want to see it in the first place, Barbara Jean. I honestly
It was, you know what? I was shocked.
I have comments on it. I'm saving
Okay.
all of those because Pete Melfi is watching. I'm using a technique that I learned from Pete Melfi.
What?
I'm teasing the audience to keep them hanging in
log
there
in and log
longer.
out?
Yes, that's it. I logged in and I logged out. Oh, shoot. By the way, I was at the Anastasia Diner yesterday
Okay.
for lunch.
What'd
it
you
was
get?
phenomenal. I got did you know, after all these years of going there, I finally read the menu. You can get the omelet as a breakfast burrito.
Oh, look at
So I had the
you.
Western omelet without mushrooms, and it was phenomenal as a burrito. It was great. It was perfect around lunchtime. It was so very, very good. But
What was your
this
side? That
beau-
always makes your personality. Like, what's your side?
What did you think my side was?
Hopefully fries.
Hash browns.
Okay, that's fine.
browns.
That's,
I was
that's
doing it kind of as a
acceptable.
breakfast
A little
thing,
bit more
yeah.
Deland than what I'm used to, but that's fine.
No, I love the diner. Andy talked to me for a while, and this beautiful woman came up who has a heart of gold.
Better be Darcy.
I was sitting with Darcy.
Hmm.
It was Susan Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
So Pete's mom came up and we had a very nice conversation. And she has put
that's
in a
great.
request for Darcy cookies.
Okay.
So I'm going
Ooh.
to deliver them to Pete and then message
Don't give
her.
them to Pete.
Not going to get them until Christmas.
Oh, no,
Pete
no,
will
no.
eat them. We know this.
Pete's going to make sure there'll be a few for Pete. I'll bring some down for Davey and for the rest of the crew. But yeah.
So it's time. It's like our
time.
quarterly
I'm gonna-
bonus here. I'm excited. That is a great bonus. Like, honestly.
I mean,
I say-
by the way, I never get the donut bonus when there's like huge donuts brought
No.
in.
We don't either.
Once in a great while, Davey will tell, hey, there's donuts down here.
Just because we can't eat them. We don't eat them. We can't. We can't. Oh, donuts
know.
are great. They're fun to smell. That's it.
I don't know. I'm a donut aficionado.
Do you? Have you? What's your favorite donut in town? Have you gone to Parlor yet?
I have not gone to Parlor.
You gotta test
So I
that
will
out.
go to Parlor and I will
We need
try
to-
them out, and then I will give you my,
I'm ready
my
for
decision.
that. I'm ready for that because I heard Parlor. Ooh, next
Where,
level.
where is
Pete
Parlor?
On
admits
the
that
beach
you
by
need to
Savage
deliver
Woman.
the cookies yourself to Darcy. He
What?
admits it.
Oh, he
You
admits
better-
He
it.
admits it. They won't last.
Yeah. We have connections, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Barbara G
You
can make
know,
a path.
Pete is one of the most honest guys you'll ever
Yep.
meet.
100%.
He
Yes.
gets it. And I am going to go on a rant worthy of Pete Melfi about this movie later on. I am
my
going to
word.
flat out go on a
That's
rant.
how you're going to tease everybody to stay in the chat
A
zone.
rant that only Pete Melfi could go. That's good.
Fine.
I like that rant. That was pretty good.
Fine.
Like
Yeah.
carousel style rant,
I don't know if I can get to-
someone busts into the studio style
I don't
rant.
know that I can get to the carousel type. That's like Usain
Since-
Bolt of running. So I'm just going to try to Michael Phelps this without
Before
the
we
marijuana.
lose him, so since he's in chat, can you explain to the ribbon cutting thing? He wants to learn about that. What
So
is this?
I want to like start a fundraiser if we can get people to donate money, Pete, and if we get enough money, Davey said it was only $1,000.
No, I said 10, buddy. I said 10. You're worth more than 1,000. You're not grape jelly.
Oh, and Andy just said you can't drop Darcy cookies off at the diner because they'll only last 5 minutes. It's like I'm gonna have to meet Susan Johnson behind the diner.
Like a real
With a
drug
bag.
dealer. Like a real, yeah.
Here's a bag. I got money.
Pass
No,
the
no,
bag
no,
in the-
this is a
in the
free
newspaper.
sample, right?
Yeah,
oh my
you're like
gosh,
all the.
a bag of
God
cookies.
sakes, the pusher.
Oh, goodness
Melissa
gracious.
also wore olive green today.
Yeah.
Oh, how
Yay.
nice.
Thank you,
Got the
thank you,
memo.
everybody.
Thank you for listening.
So, yeah, so Pete, if we can raise a certain amount of money, I want to get you to ceremonial have to cut the ribbon. Because as many rants as you've done, if we can raise X amount of dollars and you and I can talk and figure out what that is, then it can go to charitable causes. And I think that would be awesome. But it
hear
would
a
be so
plural
much
there.
fun to get a picture of Pete Melfi doing the ribbon cutting at the carousel.
So it wouldn't be an official city thing. It would be our own thing.
Why would we ever get involved with somebody
Well, I
like
don't
the
know.
city?
You're hoity-toity. I don't want to step on your, like, you know, cojones over here.
The guy that has the keys to the city is Troy Blevins.
I know.
I don't have the keys to the city.
He's
Troy
watching.
Blevins has got the keys
That
to the
is
city.
true.
He's watching right now.
That is true. God bless him.
Yeah, he's got the keys to the city, and he's got the keys to a couple of bail bonds.
Not only the front door, he's got the back
Yes.
door too, baby.
Yes.
Ooh, that didn't land well. All
I've
right,
already
there we go.
made a proclamation. What's the proclamation?
Oh, we're sitting next to you. See, these are our,
Mr. Lewis?
No. You see proclamation.
Oh,
here.
what's the
You gotta
proclamation?
read that. And Pete's is framed. Here, this actually might be easier for you to read.
Official proclamation. We hereby decree that the
Oh, my
month
word.
of May until June 2024 is henceforth known as Pete Melfi Loves Carousel Month. Did I misread that?
You
last
did a
part?
really good job, Lady Windermere. That was awesome. That was like very Bridgerton of you. Darcy's loving this moment.
Dear readers.
I was trying. Susan, you will get those cookies. I promise
God
you.
bless you, Saints. I know.
I got you.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah, I 100% got you.
Just get in your truck and just drive. Yeah.
All right. So this weekend, Memorial Day, I went on a trip. And we went to Atlanta to go visit my brother. His youngest daughter was graduating from high school. It was a great trip. But Thursday afternoon we drive up, which is why we couldn't do the show. Amanda was out of town and I was out of town. And so we were...
Convenient.
But it was so funny. I got a call from Blake. Where are you guys?
Oh, I know. And Troy was like ready to be on
Yeah.
camera.
I know.
In full face.
I was like, oh my gosh. I forgot to send a text to the team.
Ah, jeez.
I was a little busy last week, so I do apologize to Blake and Troy. Mostly Blake. So we're driving up, and it's like, hey, let's stop. It's about 6:30. We're in Cordell, Georgia. There's a Chick-fil-A. Let's stop at the Chick-fil-A. And
They're
we'll get some food,
expensive.
right? Well, they are, but the food is really good, right? The food is great.
Who's the judge?
Well,
God,
what kind of fried chicken do you like?
I don't know. It's all very bad and scary.
Listen,
God.
Yankee, there's fried chicken and there's good fried chicken and there's Chick-fil-A. Paula Dean's not going to help you.
Canceled.
She's been
You are
canceled.
canceled.
If she was here, she'd beat you over the head with a
I
rolling
know.
pin over there.
David.
Yes. So we pull in off the interstate. I can see the Chick-fil-A. And then in the road, I see cars piled up right in front of the Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's not... How can this line be this long that it's wrapped around the
it's
Chick-fil-A
so
and
good.
out into the road? But it wasn't the Chick-fil-A where the line was. There is...
The bathroom?
No, right next to the Chick-fil-A is a gas station. So the gas station has like 5 and 6 people deep spilling out into the highway with people trying to get into the 5 and 6 deep line, and then a whole other line coming from the opposite direction, again waiting to get into the gas station.
I've seen that before.
I immediately think it's Florida during hurricane season. I'm like, how can there be this many cars
It's
at
got to
this
be
gas
cheaper
station?
gas.
So I I said, Darcy, is there some impending end of the world that we don't know about that we need gas right here?
Yeah.
So we look at our phones, don't see anything. I look up on the
324.
$2.99.
Oh, man.
$2.99.
Those are pre-World War II numbers.
And I went, oh my gosh, how in the heck?
So I need to ask you a question
Yes.
here, Mr. Know-It-All, on gas. I got in a little bit of a tiff with somebody over the weekend because this person believes that only BP has the best gas. He only fills up his car with BP gas. Is that hogwash?
Look, I
what
think
is it?
if you've got something that's where you want to go,
Is that
right?
right?
That you should go there.
Like maybe a point system. I could see that, a membership, but like he only goes here because he believes it's the best for your car.
I only go to the Gate gas station.
Okay, I was wondering.
Because the Peytons supported the Jaguars coming here.
Oh.
It was a small way of myself and the company. We went out and got a gas card for the company, and that's where we do our gas is at Gate. Because the Peytons are a local company and they supported the Jaguars coming here, and so we got some football.
I'd love to send them a charcuterie board to see if they'd like to be involved with Florida Man games.
I will see if I can let them know.
High five, Pete.
I'll see if I can let them know. Yeah.
I make a nice board.
And Troy is right. I think they all do buy from the same supplier.
Right? I just
honestly,
didn't know. Like, is anybody watered down yet? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if that happens. Pete
kinda
has
joking.
stories about that from when he was a kid.
True.
And you'll have to ask him tomorrow. But I don't want to steal his time. But anyway, I go into the Chick-fil-A, and there's this young lady at the counter. Darcy and I order our food. And I said, hey, I just got to ask you a question. Is the gas station next door always that full? She looks back at me with a straight face. The most cutest Southern accent that she could say. And she says, I don't know anything about that gas station. My whole family goes to the Citgo down the road. I'm like, what a great Southern explanation of gas.
Honest,
My whole family goes to the Citgo down the road.
Yeah.
We don't go to that gas station.
No.
We go to the Citgo down the road. So, Davey, yes, some people do believe that there's a certain type of gas. And in Cordell, the attendant, the woman working at the Chick-fil-A, 100% into the Citgo down the street.
Oh, wow. Very
Yes.
good. Well, that's very nice. Very humble. Do you guys have like a certain gas station that you attend?
Whatever's
I
cheap.
don't know what the word is.
Whatever's cheap.
Right? Okay, so you don't believe in like the expensive gas only in your car, like, yeah.
No, I mean, we do mid-grade. I try to avoid...
mid-grade
I'm a mid-grade.
people.
Yes.
Okay, I know I had a Volkswagen.
I try
that had
to
be
avoid
mid-grade,
Venezuelan gas, but like, that's about it.
Now, which one do you think is Venezuelan?
Isn't it Citgo? I don't remember.
One of them.
There's not one around here, I don't think. I think it's shut down.
I think I got to say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just very interesting because I immediately went into stress seeing that gas line in front of the gas station because I'm like, hurricane season doesn't start till next week.
I know.
We're in
Which is,
Georgia.
Troy let
What's
us know
going
it's
on?
tax-free season starting June 1st to get all your supplies for hurricane season. Just saying.
Yeah.
God, I have a generator that would make you laugh. It literally, you probably can hear it from my neighborhood to your neighborhood. It is so loud. It's probably from like 1992, and it's like, it's the beast, but it does the trick.
Does it keep the evil spirits away too, Davey?
It keeps my window unit on. That's all I care. I'll die if I don't have air conditioning. I will melt.
How in the world could you even hear the window unit if it's that loud?
That's the truth. It just muffles it out. Oh man! Then I got to put because then you have no like Alexa. So sorry for everybody who has Alexa out there. But I have to put CDs on, and the only CDs that are left are like Enya, whale mating calls.
Cole.
Yeah, right. Oh, I do have Paula Cole and vinyl, but I'd have to power the vinyl back up.
I like her one from the South Pacific. Those whales a little bit more harmonic than the ones from the North Pacific. Just saying.
That's very nice.
Just saying.
It's mating season.
Yeah, Venezuelan gas is Citgo, so all due respect to the lady in Chick-fil-A, but I try to avoid Citgo.
Citgo.
Oh, you do? Okay. Wow.
I
There you
did
go.
also stop at Buc-ee's.
Okay.
On the way up.
What did you buy? Please tell me you got something cool.
This is your first time, right?
No. This
Okay.
is the same. It was kind of an honor. The last time I went up there 2 years ago, Mom was with us.
Would you get fudge?
And so we stopped at the Buc-ee's and we lost Mom in the Buc-ee's.
Oh, God bless
So this
her,
time
yeah.
I sent Darcy in because it was really busy, and then I'm waiting and she's waiting for me inside and I'm waiting for her outside.
I hope
so
she got
finally
you.
I go in the store. She goes out the other door. I'm like, hey, you're just like Mom. I lost you inside the Buc-ee's. So
Did you didn't
Yes.
get like the onesie pajama or anything?
Davey, I'll let you know later.
Oh, wow. Look at
Ooh,
you.
we got the butt panel.
Surprise. It's a good one, the flapper.
Yeah.
It's going to solve all the flooding downtown.
It's going to solve everything. It's going to solve everything. So anyway, so that was the whole weekend. How was your weekend?
Mine was awesome. Okay, so it started out, my niece was in a show. She's 6. She was in the dance company, and she did hip-hop dance.
Oh, yeah?
And then she did a Harry Potter dance.
Was she the best one in her row?
She was so good.
Yes, I love it when they're the best one in her row.
Her whole troop messed up, and I love because our family has a thing I'll go if I'm mad about something, I'll get it done. My niece will take her bun and she'll turn it like a doorknob, and then she turns into another mode, and she wrangled those kids back on track. It was her leadership skills made me beam. She
That's
was
awesome.
so great. Yeah, it was. And then we went to Casa Reina, which we had a nice time there. It was very nice.
I haven't been there yet.
I gotta tell you, I was impressed. It was very easy. We sat because they were making the table. There were 6 of us.
Yeah.
We only waited maybe 20 minutes at the bar. What we
Okay.
do. Then we went up, had a nice. I had a tuna bowl, which was great. Everybody was happy, and that worked out really well.
Have you been to Trailer Park?
Yes, the fried bologna sandwich. Oh, those wings! Did you try the wings?
I had the peanut butter and jelly wings.
Dude.
I haven't tried those. Today I had the deep. I had the deep fried. Oh gosh! It
the
was
answer
the
is yes.
Chicken pot pie.
Excuse me.
Chicken pot pie.
Oh, yes.
Wrapped and then deep fried. So good. Now, I did opt out of the collard greens for the waffle fries because I think their waffle fries are phenomenal.
I wouldn't do collard greens
Yeah.
for that. I would do waffle fries. For
Waffle
sure,
fries were phenomenal.
Trailer Park is a great. It's a good snickety snack. Yeah.
They
What?
got about 10 things on that menu.
They'll
that I'm
take
just
redneck cuisine and twist it and make it really edible. Like a fried bologna sandwich, but it's so well done. It's they take it up a notch. So their wings, they have the Jiffy Burger, they'll have peanut butter on the side and jelly. And to be honest with you, it really works. I'm like, how stoned did you have to be to come up with this, right?
They were rednecks.
Oh, God bless.
They were stoned and drunk.
God bless you. Yes.
No, the food is
Natty
phenomenal.
Light.
They got a full bar in there.
Yeah.
They
Did you
got
go
some
St.
good
Augustine or Nocatee?
Well, I had a meeting downtown, so it was at the one downtown in St.
How
Augustine.
is it there? I've not been.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Really, really good.
Okay.
Really, really good.
I haven't
I
heard
will
much
be
from
taking
them.
Darcy back for dinner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really good.
Not busy?
At lunchtime, no.
Okay.
The waitress said they were slammed on Monday.
Okay.
She said she was
The tourists are
driving-
gone. We noticed that on traffic report this morning. They're gone. They're out of
Some of them left yesterday, but there were a lot of them downtown on Monday.
here. Okay.
Ask Troy. Troy lives downtown. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hear all about it.
Yes. Okay. Amanda?
Yes.
You went away for the weekend.
I did.
On a semi-romantic getaway
know,
with your
exactly.
children and your husband.
Poolside.
Yes.
Listen, when you have kids, it's always semi-romantic.
Yeah. So, it was 3 generations. My parents were there too.
Oh, semi-romantic.
My parents took the kids down early, and my husband and I joined them later, midweek. And it's homeschool convention, which is fun for me.
Okay.
Lots of
With their swag, did you get
Yeah.
pencils and pens and stuff?
books. We got
Okay.
lots of books. And my husband got very into
stress balls, I hope.
gardening for Florida, and so we came home with plants and books.
You came home with plants?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And books.
Plants are great.
We had pool time, we had learning time, we had family fun. It was good. It was the first time the kids actually wanted to go to the convention and listen to talks.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny insight
They're in their
into their
intellectual era now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Insight into their personalities. Isabella didn't want to be alone, so she wanted us to pick our talks together, and she stuck right by me. Gavin was like, I don't want to go to that. I'm going to this one.
I
And
would be Gavin.
bailed.
That would be me,
So
yeah.
Louis and Gavin just kind of charted their own course. They reconvened on occasion, and Isabella was right next to me.
Cool.
So whatever she wanted to hear, that's what we did.
Was
the
there any
second day.
homeschool Taylor Swift moment?
No.
No, nothing. There's not. They have a course in
Well,
Gainesville.
so it's homeschool people. There's grand pianos on the convention room floor, so people just randomly sit down and play at the piano. So someone did play a Taylor Swift song on the grand
that
piano.
was a sign because
It was a wink from Davey at the
was
homeschool
totally
convention.
amazing. Perfect.
So we had a great weekend.
Good.
Awesome. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to go. I'm glad we canceled the show on Thursday so you could go and you didn't
Yes.
have to hang out here too late.
But the poor Blevins family who they don't have much
you know what's
peace and
funny?
quiet.
Lenny texted me and he was like, hey, do you guys need me this Thursday? And I was like, oh no, we canceled the show.
Yeah.
And
Lenny didn't
So
tell
Lenny
you.
didn't tell him either.
That's not Lenny's spot.
I was like, I'm sure Mike told the Blevins boys. Lenny's just reaching out to me separate.
He did, by
and
ESPN.
so, like, sorry, guys. I told Lenny.
There it is.
So that means I'll be catching grief on Thursday.
Oh,
Those of you that
always.
would like to see Mike Davis catch even more grief,
know what our-
Thursday opening of the show with the Blevins boys should
Our
be plenty
guilty
of that.
pleasure on warm-ups in the morning is we'll listen to old shows of you and Troy, and they're awesome. You guys you had a great show. I love it. It was a lot of fun listening to the banter back and forth. You guys were going for the jugular, man.
It was always the producer, Pete, who made it worthwhile.
That's great.
Without Pete, he was the special sauce that made that whole thing work.
Nice.
So, yes.
Good.
Oh, goodness. All right, so we have a movie to review.
Okay.
We do.
The movie is The Women.
Yes. The
From
1939. Yeah.
1939. So everything I said about watching it on Tubi is true. I am going to need a little bit of help because I came down here with 2 minutes to go. And there was a solid 5 minutes left in the movie.
The last 5
Come
minutes is
on.
everything.
Twists.
So I will we'll
have to
go
tell
through
him.
the movie
Dude,
review.
what did you do?
No, we're going to go through the movie
It's
review.
the last line. It's
I know.
ruined it for me.
I need to know what happened. And again, the last 40 minutes of it, it was like watching it on radio.
Yeah.
Because it just completely blacked out, and I didn't have the time to
Leave the
restart
app
Tubi again.
and refresh it. What are you
I
doing?
did that once, and I was running out of time. And I didn't want to fast forward through it, so I was like, okay. Anyway, let me tell you, our audience, the description for this movie.
Okay.
All right, this is the description on Tubi. A bit of beauty shop gossip sets off a chain reaction
True.
in this crackingly sharp comedy about scandals and schemes
Scandalo.
of a cast of catty socialites.
These are all the women I would sell jewelry to.
And I have to tell you, they were incredibly catty, and yes, they were socialites, and it annoyed the living bejeebies
I
out of
couldn't
me.
imagine you. I was thinking about you the whole time I was watching it. I'm like, how is he getting through this? Because the banter was so fast. I don't know if
was.
you realized that.
Yeah, it's fast.
How quick it was. Like, you had to be on your toes to catch. And I'm fast. I had to rewind a couple times.
Quick and mean.
It was
There was several.
Please.
Oh, I just have to lift up my chin. Lift up both of them, darling. Yeah. And there was just some, just like, oh my gosh, guys don't even say that mean stuff.
Oh,
to
you
each
guys
other.
say enough in the locker room.
come
I know. I've played both fields. I know.
And then there's two scenes in the movie that I did get to see that I thought were complete. How they got them through the censors in 1939.
True.
One was the fashion show, which they were mostly clothed, and that was in color, which was rare at the time.
was one of my questions.
Yes. Number two, the exercise scene. How did they get that past the censors, right?
This I don't know. There was
Not
an
the
innocent...
opening scene when they're like naked getting massages.
No, that didn't do it for me. I'm like,
Well,
that's not naked
shocker.
enough.
Shocker! It
Well,
didn't
you
do
know
it
what I
for
mean.
you.
I just- it
It's
just-
the women. It's not
Sometimes
your
it'll draw
There's a
demographic.
news flash that won't
They were
make the
wearing, like,
morning show,
bloomers.
right? That's not news. That don't
Yeah.
even make the morning show, Davey.
Put her in a little something like Fredericks of Hollywood. We had nothing there. It was
They
like
did have that.
bloomers.
The woman came out after the show wearing the
Foundation
nightcap.
garments, no bones, zippers in the back.
Yeah, remember her? No, with zippers in the back. Yeah. I did love the dressing room scene
Yeah.
when she finally confronted what's her face,
Oh,
Joan
yeah.
Crawford.
Crystal.
That was a moment. Yeah, because you
Crystal
can see like
Allen.
her character, like she swallowed her pride and was like, you know what? Enough is enough.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting breaking point in the movie for me. But yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. If that movie had been in the South, not socialites, that conversation would have gone on with a baseball bat. So I just want you to know that there would have been no kindness, no love. It would have been a baseball bat is
Many
what that would have been.
blessings.
So-
and then I missed the cat fight. As soon as the cat fight
You
starts,
did.
Yeah.
right, that's when the screen went blank.
Yeah.
I guess it was too much violence for my computer.
No.
Your
And I
iPad.
missed the entire cat fight, and I was like, "What was a cat fight in like
Liberal
1939?"
computer.
No, this is the
The V chip. Would you have a V chip
I
on your
know.
iPad?
Oh, jeez. That's probably why, because it's Max.
There's
So, yeah.
also a line in there that is in 1939 you could have snuck it through, and it had to do with I like being alone and not being married because I can sleep in the bed and spread out like a
something we're not going to say.
A symbol that is completely inappropriate even to this day.
That mid-century Germans appropriated from India. Yes.
Is bad. You
didn't know that?
You completely. You were too busy looking at the fashion to listen to the dialogue.
I was totally looking at the fashion. You know me too well.
Mary's mom, so she's come back from Reno, and it's the first time when she's having her anniversary dinner or divorce anniversary dinner with her friends, and her mom came in and she's telling her mom, well, there's certain benefits to being alone. You can spread out in the bed like a.
I remember this. Yeah, and I actually kind of cheers her through the screen. So okay. Very interesting. How did you feel about the depiction of the relationship of women versus today?
I mean, the more things change, the more things stay the same.
They're very similar.
You've got your real ones, and you've got your frenemies, and you've got the just straight up line from Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
You don't know this line because you didn't watch the end. There's a name for you ladies, but it isn't used in high society outside of a kennel.
That's right. That's a very famous line, to be honest with you. Yes, all the queens knew it.
What happened at the end? Did the original wife get back together with the original husband?
Take the wheel.
So what?
I feel like we should just watch it right now. Well,
so
how can you
not? One line, and it literally screwed the whole movie up for me.
For Davey. Okay.
Okay.
So, what was the last thing you saw?
So the last thing I saw is, I guess she was back. They were in some hotel, and the mistress who'd married the husband, who was cheating on the husband with some guy named Buck.
Yes.
I think his name. Do you remember? I think his name was Buck Wild, but I'm not sure.
That's the cowboy that the Countess brought back to New York.
Yeah.
So the Countess, who was in Reno with her.
But the cowboy was married to somebody else too, right?
So the Countess got a divorce from the Count and then brought the cowboy home and then got him set up as a radio star.
Yes.
So then Crystal, the Hua, she starts dating the cowboy.
Yeah. Now, you don't understand Buck Wild.
I get
Wild. It. No. Buck Wild is a character in a cartoon kids movie where they go down. Which one is it? They go down in the ground. They go down in the earth. It's was it one of the ice? I think it was one of the Ice Age movies or something.
Fact checking.
Yeah, Buck Wild. Buck Wild is seriously.
Yeah, Davey, search Buck Wild. Let's find out what comes up on your
movie.
Google.
I'm in marketing.
Search it, Davey. I'm blocking everything here.
The Ice Age. You are right.
The Ice Age movie. Yes, Buck Wild.
Interesting.
You are right, sir. Wow.
Okay, so.
I didn't say buck naked. That's George Costanza's name.
That sounds like a beaded curtain moment. Like, I'm sorry, like back at the video scene.
So where I left it is she was being encouraged by her mom to go up and confront them.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, this is really cool. But Davey and Amanda are going to text me any second now. We're doing a show.
Yeah.
And so I came running downstairs.
Of course.
We had, around that time, we were like, is he coming? I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were ready, though.
So she was going to go to bed. She was going to read her book. She was going to, like, just live her life.
Stretch out in the bed.
She finds out from the daughter that little Miss Crystal is on the phone with another man. And so at that point, she was going to just let her husband be happy.
I figured all that out from radio.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it. I figured it all out from radio. Was there a bathtub scene with bubbles and everything that I missed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But no big deal. It was like,
I told you there was nakedness in the movie, but it's like 1939 nakedness.
It was very boxy bubbles. It wasn't like strategically placed. We could have tailored the bubbles a little bit.
When you talk to someone who grew up with the movie 10, right? That's the kind of stuff we want Bo Derek running down the beach. I don't need the other. The rest of that stuff from 1939 just pales by comparison.
True. Yes.
Bobby, this is not the British version of anything. It's not British. It's New York, Bobby.
No.
Okay, so because the daughter lets loose that she's having an affair on her husband and that her former husband,
yes.
and that the former husband is miserable, she's like, all right, well, let's go have a confrontation. And so she ends up tricking her former friend, Sylvie, to...
who was a gossip.
Who was a frenemy. It's her cousin, and she was always jealous of her for her happiness.
You know
and so
how I said that safely? They were all gossips, Davey.
They were
so when
all
I said that
gossips,
she
yeah.
was a gossip, I knew that it was a blanket statement that I could get away with.
So the
They had
movie
nothing else
starts
better
with
to do,
her
right. They didn't
finding
have
out
TikTok.
about
Yeah.
the affair, and and then you see the dynamic that she's pretty
Oh my
toxic.
God, tell him.
So then she gets dressed in the nines in the dress that Crystal is wearing in the scene where they have the confrontation in the dressing room. So she's in the dress that she was wearing.
Wait a minute. Who wore it better?
Who wore it better, Davey? I mean, I feel Joan Crawford wore it better.
So the mistress wore it better.
Yeah, she
Okay.
really
Just-
did. Joan
just-
Crawford looked snatched. Yeah, she looked good.
Then she was cast well.
It was
Yes.
definitely cast well,
Okay.
yeah.
So, I mean, it was a power move to wear that dress. And so she goes to the restaurant and she ends up tricking Sylvie into giving up the affair partner. Because she knows that she's having an affair, but she doesn't know who.
Yeah, right.
And so now she's got the affair partner, and there's the gossip column lady. And so she ends up giving that information immediately to the gossip column lady, who then they lock Sylvie in a closet. She goes out into the restaurant and she asks Buck about his socialite paramour, and Buck lets loose
Right.
about how much he loves Crystal. It's all off camera, of course.
A lot of
'cause
bourbon.
We see no men. So he lets loose that he loves Crystal and that he can't stand his wife. And so then all the women run into the bathroom and there's mayhem. And the friend, so the ultimate, after the Joan Crawford, there's a word for
Yes,
ladies
the
like you
kennel,
line,
yes. Yeah.
and she leaves. Then the friend, the sweet friend that got pregnant and turned away from her divorce, came back to her husband. She lets her know that your husband's waiting for you. He wants to know if you'll see him. And I'll let you say the line, Davey. And so she reacts, and Davey's going to tell you what she says.
Oh, she was like, "I love you" or whatever. It was like
No.
she's like taking him back. She was like so relieved. You tell me the line. I
So
forget,
I
please.
can't remember exactly
I
the
knew
wording.
you'd mess
So
it up.
disappointed.
I knew you'd
She's
mess
so
it up.
mad.
ready for that.
He's so mad, and so that's why I was going to
so
give it to him.
disappointed.
So they keep talking about I've got my pride, I've got my pride. And so one of the ladies says, you can't go out there. Don't you have any pride? And she's like, I'm a woman in love. Who cares about pride? And then she runs out.
That's right. I'm a woman in love. Who cares about pride?
Yeah.
And
This
then
is the
end scene.
line that they wanted to say, but it had already been in another 1939 movie.
But all the guys get away with acting like scumbags.
Here's the line that should have been said, but it was already in another 1939 movie. Gone with the Wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Is what she should have said, but Clark Gable had stolen the line and
Honestly,
used it, and Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind.
Great movie. Didn't think I was gonna like it. I did enjoy it. It was a good watch. I did enjoy this one though. Yeah.
So here's what I
Even
think
though I'm
happened.
annoyed with the ending.
I think that this movie, based on what you told me, was how they decided to write the ending for Grease.
Please
Just
connect
fly
us
off.
here.
Can I
These
connect these
fables.
dots?
How are we gonna do this?
Can I
Yeah.
connect these dots? Okay.
All right.
So remember Mad Magazine used to do these great parodies of
yeah.
the movies?
Uh-huh.
There was
Love
a
it.
parody of Grease. I remember this from ages ago, right? I probably will never remember anything. I'll be on my deathbed still remembering this stupid story. But anyway, at the end of the Mad Max parody, Sandy, the wholesome, good person,
Me.
to get Danny, dresses up like a
Hua.
like a total.
But everyone ignores that John Travolta is in a Letterman's jacket and he's cleaned up to change his act too.
I get
So
it.
he rips
Yes.
that off when he
so,
sees her.
So here's my thing. They looked at women from 1939 and they said, well, here's this nice, wholesome one, gets all the way to the end of the movie and stoops to all the things that everybody else has done to her to get back her man.
She wasn't mean to any of them though.
Oh, she was. She went right to the gossip columnist.
She did. That
I
was
mean-
mean enough. That was passive aggressive anger.
I mean,
So
what's good for the goose?
So the women shattered the glass ceiling for Grease.
That's it. So they decided, here, we'll rewrite the end for a great movie with singing and dancing that was somewhat enjoyable.
Since Grease is not on our wheel and we're not going to talk about it, have you heard the conspiracy theory about the ending of Grease?
Is that where they? No, that was Wizard of Oz. All the suicide. Yeah.
So the
That's not a
beginning.
conspiracy theory, Dave.
So the beginning of Grease starts out with them telling about how they met this boy, this girl, and she was drowning and he went out and rescues her, right? And so then at the end of Grease, they get in a vehicle, and the vehicle like randomly flies into the heavens. Yes?
Yeah.
So the conspiracy theory is they don't survive the drowning and the attempted saving, that they both die at the beginning of the movie. And the whole thing's like a hallucination on their way to heaven. That's a conspiracy theory about Grease.
I think it's true because there was in Grease 2, they were not back.
I see no
Sandy
soft
and Danny
lens.
were not back.
That is true on Grease.
Listen,
too.
I'm with Kathy. She was really hot at the end of that movie.
Yeah, on mute until she started talking about how she like forgave her husband for like being.
No, I'm talking about Grease.
Grease
I
or
gave
the
her
women?
1939.
Yeah, okay, I'm still with 1939.
Yeah, Kathy, I didn't know. The 1939 movie I thought was catty. I have some comments.
You thought a movie called The Women wasn't going to involve cattiness?
First of all, there was no special effects.
We didn't need them. They were special enough.
And as a guy that likes cowboy movies, they went out to Reno, but there were no horses in the movie.
Yes, there were.
There
But there were
was.
plenty of nags.
There
You
were
missed-
horses.
You must have been on the radio
Because
version.
they ended up smacking a horse in the booty in the
Right.
process of a fight.
That was it.
I missed all of that.
That was
I
beautiful.
definitely-
Why
moment.
you refresh your stinking app, dude?
And I think the movie needed one thing.
A dude?
One very important thing.
Don't
a
you
very
dare say dude.
strong male presence.
Oh, get out
A
of
good,
Dodge.
strong
Every
male
freaking
presence gonna
movie.
fix
Good
a lot of that
God.
stuff in
You
there.
need a kickstand to park your bike? Come on, lean it on the wall.
What's a kickstand? Davey?
Use your
We didn't
imagination.
afford to have a kickstand, Davey. We couldn't afford a kickstand when I was growing up.
So there's nothing that stood out that was memorable and enjoyable in this movie for you.
First of all,
Out of the 5 stars, what's your
the
star?
first hour I was watching it, I thought I was walking through the house as my wife was watching Housewives of Somewhere.
Oh,
I was
good
like, I don't
gracious.
I
get it.
love what your
No,
wife watches. She
no.
watches quality programs. Absolutely. I know New Jersey's on right now. I wonder if she's catching up.
I don't know if she does New Jersey
And
Housewives or
Vanderpump,
not.
yeah.
There's some cities she just like, no, that's too over the top. I don't know.
It might be Atlanta. Atlanta's very, very over the
But
top.
she was catching up on Bridgerton yesterday and screamed
Me
at
too.
the computer.
Can't believe it. Sorry, Penelope.
And I said, what happened? They were so close.
they
and it
were
got messed
so
up again.
close.
And I don't know anything other than they were so close and it got messed up again.
I don't know anything.
And in my mind, all I heard was,
You would like this.
Some guy missed a really good wave. There's this huge wave coming in and he just missed it.
Yeah, okay, that's a really good point there.
In
Yeah.
my world, in the surfing world, that's what. Yeah.
Funny you said
Yes.
huge, but okay. We're going to leave it there. Okay.
I
Interesting.
was saying.
Yeah, it was a really
But-
good thing to say.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Amanda, you get to go first.
So the ending hits different as an adult
True.
than it did as a child. Because as a child, you're just happy because she got
She's
her
happy.
prince back, right? Like
she's happy. She's happy.
That's the implication anyway. As an adult, the ending's conflicting to me. I mean, they're married, they have kids. Like, a part of me is like, once a cheater, always a cheater. A part of me is like, if you can work it out, work it out. Like, I don't know. The ending's conflicting for me now. I would say it's 3.5
Out of 10?
out of 5. Out of 5.
Oh, you're doing
going
out of 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
That would be a 7.
Yeah, that'd
All
be
right,
a
so
7.
we'll put that on the male scale because I don't want to ask Amanda to add those two numbers together.
Yeah, I'm going to be 8.
Holy crap.
I'm a solid
Did you just
8.
hear that?
I just had to watch the women.
IMDb rates it 7.7 out of 10.
So I'm not far off. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right, what are you there?
So
What are you, jerkwad?
Ebert. She got him good.
The jerk store called.
they want you back.
They want their green shirt back.
I thought the content for a 1939 movie was pretty high level, right? It wasn't the normal kind of 1939 movie content. It's a very serious subject that you didn't see a lot of, and really I don't remember any other movies that kind of talked about that kind
That
of
gotta
stuff.
have been hard to do,
Not
right?
Not
Yeah.
at that level.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was a very, I give them props for that. The part about it being catty and the other stuff is like, yeah, it's just, that's not my kind of genre. But
Shocker.
I do, yes. Barbara Jean, I don't think 1,000's enough. So I give it high props for that. I didn't like some of the cattiness in that. I think the fact that they had all women was groundbreaking. So I fully give them credit for that. I had a conversation with my son. I was about a third of the way through the movie, And he stops
And
in the
he's
office.
like, Dad, what are you watching?
Well, he's like, what's I said, well, it's a movie about women in 1939. It's literally titled The Women. And I said, right now they're airing their grievances.
Mm-hmm.
And Ethan's line would have gone in any review I would have done about this. Well, it's 1939. They probably had some pretty good grievances.
Probably.
So you have to look at, there's, some of the stuff that they kind of talked about and went through, you're like, man, that probably wasn't a fun time to live and do some of those things. So I thought it was I give them high marks for that. As far as watching it in radio, that probably ruined it a little bit for me. I give them probably a 7 or an 8, but it's not a movie that I would watch. I mean, like if people came to me and said, hey, do you want to watch this? It's not one I would highly recommend.
Could you imagine?
Mike, do you think The Women is a good movie?
Could you imagine
For what it is.
his bros coming over like, hey, Mike, you want to watch The Women 1939?
I don't envision in the fall on a Saturday night my bros coming over to cook out on the grill, have some bourbon, and go, you know what? We really don't want to watch the college football game of the week. Can you bring up The Women on Tubi? And let's just watch that. I just don't see that happening.
I don't know the terminology.
So I thought it was kind of interesting because no fault divorce was just becoming a thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so that's kind of what they say towards the end when they're confronting her with her infidelity, is that she says, you have no proof. And it's like, well, they don't need proof in some states for no fault. You've been, and your lover has admitted to an affair, so he's not gonna have to pay you alimony. So like, it was an interesting discussion being had about no fault divorce, because that's kind of what the mom is talking about. Like, ever since they changed these rules, like, people don't stick it out. They don't try and work out their differences. I mean, she said it in a very not great way.
Yeah.
But like, she's having that discussion. And so I thought it was an interesting movie that kind of points out the dangers and the pitfalls of just no fault divorce and being able to make that decision when you're all in your feels and not like in your more reasonable brain. It is interesting. It's 130 roles in the movie, all played by women, not a single dude.
Very interesting.
So I have a comment about No One Will Believe You. Right? It was 1939. Mm-hmm. The wife that got divorced, that was getting ready to get her husband back, could have looked at the adulteress and simply said, it's 1939. He's a man. If he tells the judge you were having an affair, the judge will believe him over you.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's sort of the subtext.
Which is why this movie was probably groundbreaking. So let me ask you guys this. If they did a reboot, would you see the reboot?
I think
because they would wokeify it.
Didn't they do a reboot? Wasn't there a show?
Yes, there's another one.
First Wives Club?
Another, I don't know if it was the First Wives Club. I can't remember if it was Goldie Hawn.
Then that's got to be it.
First Wives Club. It's not a remake of this movie, but First Wives Club is amazing, and I very much enjoyed it.
Right, those of you that love this movie, you can go watch that movie.
Oh, there was one. Excuse me. Hold on. The comedy starred Meg Ryan, Eva Mendes, Annette Bening. Oh, I love Annette Bening. Jada Pinkett Smith, Bette Midler, and Deborah Messing. Released in 2008.
Yeah, I didn't
Will
see it.
Smith just called. Said,
Get
don't
your
mention his wife's name again. Leave it alone, Dave. Don't.
So this movie is based on a Broadway play that opened September 7th, 1937. So the movie was right after that. You want to take a guess? Mike, you'll love this number. You want to take a guess how many performances of The Women on Broadway on that original run in New York City's Ethel Barrymore Theater?
How many?
How many performances?
I'm going to say 20,000.
That's a lot. I'm going to say 412.
Davey wins. Yeah. It was 666 performances.
Whoa.
I expected it to go on for forever.
Not a good number, though.
Not a good number.
Not a good number. I'm Catholic. Not a good number. Let's just move on topic now. You said you had stories.
You have stories.
Okay, spin the wheel.
We have 2 movie suggestions to add to the wheel.
Wait,
so
we need to,
I'm going to put them out there.
Hold on. We're the judge and the jury if we're going to add these.
Yeah, we're not doing any more New Orleans. We gotta watch a real movie this time.
Okay, so Barbara Jean sent in a request
my show.
To add the final countdown to the list. The final countdown is a time traveling.
I know. It's not a bad movie. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Isn't it Rocky Balboa?
No.
Final countdown.
The big chill. Look, Kathy, if you want to see all the hot hunks from the 80s,
I'm with Kathy.
exactly what that is.
So are we
Wonderful house
adding the
cleaning
big chill?
movie.
Wait a minute. Kathy has to tell us who was in the coffin. In the
Oh,
big
I
chill.
know who was in the coffin.
Don't say it.
I know who was in the coffin.
Kathy needs to tell us who was in the coffin. Without looking it up,
right.
Kathy,
So-
take a guess.
Are we adding the final countdown for Barbara Jean?
I'll add the final count.
Okay, we'll add the final countdown. And then Davey he wants to remove Memento.
Yes.
And he wants to.
Was that the one that Mel Gibson did?
No,
No.
it was a nominated for Academy Award, but I'm over it at this point. It's just, okay. We get lost into it.
So Davey wants to remove Memento and he wants to add Tu Wong Fu.
Yes, I think this would be a good one for you to see because Patrick Swayze. Now, how straighter can you get with Patrick Swayze?
He's in a
So
dress.
So butch.
I've actually seen the movie.
Oh, you
I've
have?
actually seen the movie.
Okay.
Shocker, I saw it when it came out.
Have you seen The Birdcage?
I love the Birdcage.
Yeah, that's
I
another
thought the
good one.
Birdcage.
That
I
one
thought
too. Just throw that
Robin
in there.
Williams
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some
The
of those.
Birdcage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Birdcage.
We'll do
is
Throw
the
that
better.
in there
Birdcage.
too.
The Birdcage is better than.
I will say
To
that too.
Wong-
But that's my
to
answer.
Wong
That,
Fu,
it came
whatever.
through at the minute,
Yeah.
last
Alright.
minute here. Yeah. Okay.
Birdcage. All right.
Birdcage.
Come on, Birdcage. I want to see that again.
Are we good?
Kathy got it right.
Are we okay? So we're adding the big show.
Kevin Costner's big break was being in the casket at the beginning of.
He had
The Big
other
Chill.
scenes.
Wrong, guys. His
He
big
had
break
other
was when we
scenes.
interviewed him on the Stoida show. And it was on the afternoon show. Thank you for those
I
ratings.
love it. Hey, bud, you could take some authority right now and do this interview. Hey, no, I'm not because you scheduled it for tomorrow. Quote, Pete Melfi.
Yeah.
Pete, I love Pete. Taking no garbage from anybody,
No.
especially me.
0 F's given.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna click and spin. See what we get.
Sounds like something I would say to an ex. Just click
Sit
and spin. Uh-oh.
Life is beautiful.
Oh my God.
right.
Roberto Benigni.
Life is Beautiful is the one after World War II, around World
Yeah.
War II.
He
Yeah.
won the Academy
He
Award
won
for
the
this.
Academy Award.
Yeah.
Troy
And then made out with
absolutely
Halle Berry.
loves this movie.
Oh, well, maybe he can participate this
I
time.
can remember sitting
Mm-hmm.
down having lunch with him. I just saw the most amazing. What is it? Life is Beautiful. I'm
It
like,
is a
what?
great movie.
I said that kind of sounds stupid to me.
Of course. Now you gave him Pete Melfi answer.
Yeah. Life is Beautiful.
That's
What the heck are
exciting.
you
I really want to see that
talking
again.
about?
It's been
All
a
right.
long
I haven't
time.
watched it in a while.
God, when did that come out? Not 90s?
1997.
God bless you.
All right, that one I am looking forward to watching
I
more
was-
so than the other two that we've had for homework.
17 years old. Yeah,
Let's
this one
see,
comes in
where
like
to watch
actual time, speed, editing, and color.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it was a good choice, though. All right. Well, I wonder who selected that
Bobby has
movie.
suggested an all-male cast of The Great Escape.
We have them. Isn't it the bachelor party or whatever?
No, there's women in that.
There is?
Yes.
Oh. That's right. They were
Remember,
in,
what's her name who was the stripper?
That's right.
Yeah.
What is her name? Anyway.
She was big time. I thought she was an English actress. She was been in a ton of stuff. The stripper in blonde-haired girl. I just can't think of her name.
All right,
It
so
escapes me.
the interweb says that you can watch it on YouTube for $3.79, Amazon Prime for $3.79, Fandango for $3.99, Google Play for $3.79, and Apple TV for $3.99.
Oh,
This
very
one you
nice.
got to pay for, people. There's no free ride.
I like it because it's just easier. It'll run smoother and your screen won't glitch if you just pay the $3.
Who recommended this movie? Kathy wants to know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
That
who
is a
recommended
good
it.
question. Somebody did what? Somebody was
Yeah.
on the, it was go back to the first show that we did and it's in
Yeah,
those
it's in the
comments.
comments.
Yeah.
But
It
I
may
don't-
have been Troy, to be honest with you.
he might have been
It
in
might
there.
have been Troy.
Yeah, he was on that night.
Yeah, he might come in and just to give his and won't watch it again, but give a whole commentary on the movie. He thought it was the greatest thing he'd ever seen at the time.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned stripper, so we got our stripper story out of the way, even though we couldn't answer it all the way.
There was a stripper story that hit the internet this week.
is that?
A young lady in Miami who has a huge following
Is it Trina?
online. I don't know her name. She was talking about how much money she makes in a week.
Oh, I know.
Would you like to guess how much money she makes in a week? And she only
No,
works 6
I
of the
don't.
7 nights.
Okay.
This is going to make Amanda sick. She might actually throw up on the desk.
I'm
I don't
going to
want
say she makes $275,000 a week.
Okay.
You want me to guess?
Yeah, hello.
$275,000 a week?
Yeah. Girl, you got to keep up with that Fendi, that Gucci,
I'm
that Prada. That,
going Gucci.
I said Gucci.
Gucci? I heard that again.
That's
okay.
the off-brand
I'm gonna
Gucci, but they're so expensive.
50,000.
How much?
50,000.
Why not?
Why go low?
What number did you give?
50,000.
So 15 is the actual per week.
15,000.
15,000
That
a
ain't
week.
nothing, please. Call me
Okay,
when she makes
other
more.
than the
Davey
Florida
makes
man-
that in a week on foot pictures.
Absolutely. Why do you think I get a pedicure? Come on.
Pedicures.
Here comes the IRS. How come you have so many pedicures? Because I'm making money.
That's where I have my meetings, though. I have my meetings there.
He's not reporting the money. And
All
it's
my
like,
clients that we sit there, we have pedicures, we talk about the reads, the ads,
Yeah.
the Florida
So,
Man games.
Why am I never invited to these meetings?
So
We're talking about money, baby.
How do you
not gonna pay you
figure?
then.
How do you figure this young lady gets the 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s out of that building at $250,000 a week? Dave?
Easy. She's got a deep purse. Probably a Louis Vuitton spy bag.
She's got a deep something.
God bless your mind. God bless your mind.
And I'm
honey.
the one that got in trouble today.
Yeah, you
I'm the
jerk
one
face.
I love ladies that use their like their
bras.
boobies as like their purse.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I do know some people that own businesses in town and be like, "Hey, Bill, you owe me for that hat," and she just pull the wad right out.
Oh my word, it's so funny.
Soggy.
The booby money is great.
It is.
Yep.
It's a thing. My grandmother too.
It's a whole thing.
Booby money.
So you've
Baby
got
money.
some stories?
Well, it's 5:55.
Oh.
So I don't know that we have a lot of time to do a lot of stories.
I would love to hear your opinion about something, though. You
my-
know that thrills me.
We're here
well,
for
here's-
thrilling you, Davey.
Here's one for you.
Okay.
So today, De Niro shows up in front of the courthouse.
Big time. That people do not
Niro?
like him.
That's a rod of his own making.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you guys done with him now?
He's been talking all kinds of
He was
garbage
on The
for a
View,
long
your
time.
favorite show, with Whoopi.
Yuck.
Yeah, I honestly, there's not a movie of his I can watch right now, and I haven't been able to watch a movie of his for several years.
Scent of a Woman.
Well, he wasn't in that. That was Al Pacino.
Oh, dang it.
That was Al Pacino.
I get those two confused.
It just, when I hear him talk tough as an actor, it's like, okay, you pretend to be other people. Mm-hmm. So is this you still pretending, or is this the real you? And if this is the real you, gosh, you were great at pretending. You should have gotten an Oscar for all the movies where you played a nice guy. And obviously then in whatever, Meet the Fockers and all that other stuff, it wasn't a huge stretch for you to just be an ass.
Right.
So that was just you
Not a
being
big
you.
character
Yeah.
study there.
I just want to point out, I'm going through the comments to see who picked this. Troy Blevins is the one that added Steel Magnolias to the wheel, so don't yell at me when that one gets picked.
Oh, we are pulling that.
I love Steel Magnolia. I know it by heart verbatim. Drink the juice, Shelby.
Drink the juice!
Steel Magnolias. Which one was that one?
He's with Dolly Parton
And Julia Roberts,
right.
Sally
She's getting married. She has the
Fields.
seizure.
It's Weezer.
Yeah, it's Weezer. Quick, hit her.
Troy did add Life is
Sally
Beautiful.
Fields.
I knew
Yeah,
Troy
for
would have
sure.
added that. Aren't they doing a reboot of 9 to 5? 9
I
to
think
5,
so.
they're
At the
supposed to.
limelight, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
No, I heard they're doing it a movie, and Dolly's going to be. That's what I heard. I could be wrong, and I could have been dreaming it, but I
Saint
heard
Dolly.
9 to 5
I think they're doing something.
400 years old. Lovely lady. I love
We
Dolly.
lost Betty White. We can't lose Dolly.
Can't lose Dolly.
I don't think Betty White wasn't in that movie.
But I mean,
No, we're
just
talking
saying
about just
general.
national treasures.
National. She is a national treasure.
Betty White is. Did you ever watch The Golden Girls? Did you know Pete actually have seen episodes of The Golden Girls?
Golden Girls is fantastic.
Never
So good.
watched an episode of The Golden Girls.
First
Ever,
one.
not one time.
First
You
one.
notice this? Remember Alfalfa, who started the He-Man Woman Haters Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might not have been a member back then.
You're also the president. Like the guy
Well,
with the
I
hair
am
club.
now, thanks to Amanda telling me I'm a
Jerk
jerk face.
Are you a member of
Jerkface
the...
Davis show.
No, it's the Jerkface
I'm going
Lewis
to come in
show.
tomorrow. There's going to be all new graphics.
I can make that happen.
Shit.
Cross that out,
I've
Jerkface.
been saying stuff like that for forever. That's the first time she finally just decided, this is a show about women.
Yeah, well, it is.
And I love you standing up for women everywhere.
That's nice. Go hug a tree.
The only one in pink.
Salmon.
Salmon. Well, that's
darn
if you ever watch the Gutfeld show, he will get in some of those digs, and they will drop this thing a sexist would say,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
and then
yeah,
he'll throw
yeah.
another comment, another
They're sexist. would say.
yet another sexist. Just goes.
Pete, I'm gonna need that overlay yeah.
So funny.
It's just too funny. But no, I'm glad I got a chance to watch most of it, listen to more of it. But it was a very interesting movie. So I will give you guys credit. Art ought to make you think
Amanda
about
credit.
that.
It was her choice.
So I
That
give
was
you
mine.
credit for that. So yes. But I am really ready for A Bridge Too Far. That's just, let's go. Let's get a nice more movie in
Bridge
here.
too far.
Bridgerton's in Madison County?
No, A Bridge Too Far.
Do we have that on here?
I don't know, but it should be.
We
on.
need to add
Okay.
that now
We'll add
because that's
it.
his
Yeah.
thing.
I'll add it.
My show.
It's like, great
My
woman.
shout.
I know. Listen, I think the thing's rigged. Let's see. We've gotten a Davey movie,
You've not had my movie. You had a Bobby movie and you had an Amanda movie. That's it.
and now a Troy movie.
And now a Troy movie.
I bet
yeah.
you Davey's movie comes up next.
I hope so. For your mouth to God's ears, I hope so.
Birdcage? Yes.
Let's
I
go.
would watch the
Some
Birdcage
real
one.
entertainment on this
I would
wheel.
watch that. Yes, The Accountant is a good movie. Slightly weird, but really good.
Is that Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck, and then
Hard year for those two. Hard year for those two. God.
his brother was the guy in The Walking Dead, in the first season of The Walking Dead.
Affleck? Casey?
No.
No.
Was, in the movie, he had a brother, and it's the guy that played Rick Grimes'
I love that show.
kind of counterpart.
I gotta
and I can't
rewatch
think of what
that.
the guy's name was, but yeah, it's good.
Rick's brother?
No, it wasn't Rick's brother. It was Rick's partner, who ended up partnering with Rick's wife when Rick was in a coma, and Shane was Shane.
Crystal.
It was Shane.
Shane,
There
yes.
it
The
is.
Crystal of
Shane.
Walking Dead.
Yes. So,
I need to rewatch that show. It's a good one.
yep, he did.
Shane Walsh.
Yep.
No relation to Brandon.
Yep.
From 90210.
Which Brandon?
Brandon Walsh.
Brandon Walsh.
And Brenda.
And Brenda.
I wasn't allowed to
she's-
watch
Prayers
90210.
up for Shannon Doherty, too. She's not
Yeah,
doing good.
she's
literally
cancer
last
fight.
will. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
cancer fight.
You know what? And,
doing well.
she had nice words for her co-star, who was a pain in the
Her was a
you-know-what.
Biatchka. Yes, I know. Yeah.
Something about a kennel, I thought
Kelly.
she said.
Yes. What walks like a duck, Kelly? That's the line, yeah.
All right, Davey, thank you very much.
Oh, what an honor. Thank you.
And also, I did not get to mention, great show last week. If you did not see the Limelight show, go back and watch
Yes.
it. It's probably one of the better shows we have done.
Hot.
Davey drug all of us through an amazing show.
That was a lot of fun, though.
A
That was
lot
great.
of fun. Yes. All right, we will be back tomorrow. Thursday's trivia,
Yep.
and we're going to have a ball the rest of the week. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching.
Bye.